Hello, this is Takeshi doing the demonstration for my stock analysis repository. So I'll just show you a demonstration and also some tips on how to run this command and whatnot. And so I'll first go over with the diagram real quick. So my data source is going to be from the SEC website and also the Yahoo Finance. And what it does is collects the data. It temporarily stores to my cloud storage, which is the bucket. And then finally ultimately it will upload the data to the BigQuery. And in my cloud engine, it's gonna run my Go app on the back end side, and the front end side is gonna run also in the Go app, which is the front end, also the Prometheus and Grafana, which will be for the monitoring. And I'll use the Docker Hub to just get the Prometheus and Grafana images. So yeah, so I'll just show you my the demonstration real quick. So right now, I have this instance up and running right now. It's a very it's one of it's a very low spec. I think it was like a micro. It's one of the lowest. It's one of the cheapest servers. But yes, what I did is I've already ran the setup portion, which is which is up until which is up until this portion. So I've set up this portion. So it took me around 2 to 3 hours to run because the AutoML model does take time to run on the BigQuery. So having said that, I will okay. I will just log into my, so this is my cloud shell. I'll just log into my VM instance. We'll authorize. Okay, so right now I'm in the VM instance. Okay. And I will just run the sudo docker compose up. Yeah, so this is the instructions over here. So it's this portion right here. So yeah, so as you can see, all of my applications are running. And I will copy the external IP from here. And then I'll post it. And then on my 8080, there's going to be my main page. Okay, so yes, so for this use case is basically you just basically click on a stock and it'll just give you some recommendations based off of the intrinsic value and some and the model prediction. So yeah, so let's just click on Apple real quick. Okay, so as you can see here, there's the current price of the stock, and I got this from Yahoo Finance API. So I think if I just Google the Yahoo Finance, so it's $212.49. So yeah, it should be. So it does match. So I got it from Yahoo Finance. And for the predicted price in so what this does is that it predicts the stock price of next year. So this is here is 219. I got this model based off of my BigQuery model, which I trained here. I have this model here. So I basically got the prediction model using that. And the market cap is just basically the current price and the outstanding stocks. And the intrinsic value is the calculation I made here. I put it on the README here. So this is just the intrinsic value I did. And I put like a pretty high discount a discount rate of 15%, because if it's not giving me over 10%, then why not? Then why should I even invest in that stock? So I just put it pretty high. So the intrinsic value is pretty strict. So just to keep in mind. Yeah. So and just to give you some overview of the BigQuery, the model. It's been trained on. So this is the training data set that I used to train the model. I think yeah, so it has a ticker, the revenue, free cash flow, assets, and the compound annual growth rates. This is just 3 years, but if you just go back, if you go to like other ones, so yeah, a lot of them are 3 years in the front. But if you Yeah. So depending on the year, there are like 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. But yeah, as you can see here, so it's the um yeah, so it's the growth rate of the revenue, free cash flow, assets, and just get the intrinsic value and market cap. Yeah, so these are all the features here, and you can see, and yeah, and what my model does is that it predicts the stock price of next year. So it's the so this is it says here's the stock price for future 1 year. So all of these are going to be for the features, and what it does is predicts the future stock price, which is then reflected on this application here. So okay, so yeah, this is the basic front end portion, and also there's also so I think I just showed you the basic app, and I think there's also I didn't show you so I'll show you the Prometheus and Grafana page. So this is Grafana. This is the default. Okay. And I already linked it to my data source. So I guess I can create a dashboard here. Visualization, Prometheus, and yeah, I can just basically just choose anything and then just run queries. Yes, as you can see here, it's currently monitoring right now the performance based on the metric. And this is Grafana. So what it does is just basically displays the view of Prometheus. And also have Prometheus on, I think it was 9090. Yep. So yeah, so this is Prometheus as well. I think I can just run any, it'll execute. So yeah, so as you can see, yeah, so this is the Prometheus as well. Okay, so that's the most part of the demonstration. As you can see here, this is just Apple. You can just choose different stocks, choose like Meta or something. And since I'm using a low spec server, it does take a little time to kind of render the results. So okay, so yeah, Meta's it's pretty pricey right now, I guess. Okay. Okay, and then some notes to kind of to keep in mind to make this model to run correctly is well to have the setup correctly I'll just go over the setup configuration real quick. So on this VM, on the cloud VM instance, you need to allow the HTTP HTTPS access and also open ports for these here. So I'll just show you real quick. And then also you have to also allow the API for big query admin and story admin for the VM instance. So just give you a brief overview. So if I click here, you can see my current settings. Okay. So I did allow HTTP traffic, HTTPS traffic. And I also I also created this service account, which is the which kind of defines the API and the identity management, I guess. So this is the service account I have right now. And if you look into the admin, so this is the same service account. So what it does is that it allows for the BigQuery admin and the storage admin. So this is basically what I need to kind of do. And also I need to open the ports as I mentioned earlier. So 83,090, 9090. So I'll just show you what I did. Okay, so as you can see here, you click on the view network details. And click firewall. And what I did is I just created a simple one, which is not really recommended, but I just allowed all HTTP access, and I just like allowed all ports. I mean, it's not really recommended for actual implementation, but this is just for demo purposes. And I'll close this instance after this demo. So yeah, So this is what I did and apply to all targets, I guess. So yeah, so this is just some things you need to kind of be careful before you actually try to run this instance in your in the GCP. So okay. And I mentioned earlier, I just use the E2 micro, which is the very it's the one of the I think it's the cheapest one. So it's a low spec server. So yeah, yeah, it's an E2 micro. So okay, so yeah, this is about it. Thank you for your time. Okay, bye bye.